Have you ever woken up in the morning and wondered, why do I feel more tired than before I went to bed? Or maybe you've asked yourself, why do these little aches and stiffness seem worse now than when I was younger? Well, here's the surprising truth. It might not be aging alone. It could be your morning habits slowly working against your health. Today, I'm going to share 7 common morning habits that can actually harm your health after 60. Some of these may seem innocent, even part of your daily routine. But when you're over 60, the body changes, and what once worked for you may now be quietly hurting you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid and what to do instead to keep your mornings full of energy, strength, and vitality. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, just not too much coffee, you'll see why in a moment, and let's walk through these 7 habits together. I'll also share a few personal stories and practical fixes along the way. Let's start with the very first thing most of us do in the morning, getting out of bed. When I was younger, I used to leap out of bed the moment my alarm rang. No stretching, no pause, just feet on the floor, ready to go. But after 60, that simple action can be dangerous. Your blood pressure naturally drops while you sleep. When you suddenly stand up, it can take a moment for your body to adjust. And for many people over 60, this can lead to something called orthostatic hypotension, a sudden dizziness, a wave of lightheadedness, sometimes even a fainting spell. I'll never forget a friend of mine, Margaret, who stood up too quickly one morning, lost her balance, and ended up with a nasty fall that took weeks to recover from. So what's the fix? Instead of jumping out of bed, practice the 60-second rule. When you wake up, sit up slowly, place your feet on the ground, and take a few deep breaths. Stretch your arms, maybe roll your shoulders. Give your circulation a moment to catch up. Think of it this way. Your body is like a car engine. You wouldn't start it on a cold winter morning and immediately drive at full speed. You'd let it warm up. Your body deserves the same care. Now let's talk about water. One of the sneakiest habits that harms people over 60 is simply skipping hydration in the morning. While we sleep, we go 7 or 8 hours without water. Our body is slightly dehydrated by the time we wake up. And dehydration doesn't just make you thirsty. It can cause confusion, headaches, joint stiffness, even affect your heart. Seniors are more vulnerable because the sense of thirst weakens with age, meaning by the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. I remember visiting my uncle in the hospital once. The doctor told us his confusion and fatigue weren't from any serious disease. It was dehydration. That's simple. So first thing in the morning, before coffee, before tea, before anything, drink a glass of water. If plain water feels boring, add a slice of lemon or cucumber. Just don't ignore it. And yes, I know some of you are thinking, but won't that make me run to the bathroom more often? Maybe, but trust me, it's better to take those bathroom breaks than to risk your kidneys or your brain health. Speaking of drinks, let's move on to coffee. I know, many of us can't imagine a morning without that warm cup of comfort. But here's the truth. Too much coffee can do more harm than good, especially after 60. Caffeine dehydrates the body further, increases heart rate, and for some raises blood pressure. It also interferes with calcium absorption, which can worsen bone health over time, a big concern for seniors at risk of osteoporosis. Now, I'm not saying you should give up coffee completely. That would be cruel. But moderation is key. 1 small cup in the morning is fine. What's not fine is 3 or 4 cups on an empty stomach before you've even had breakfast. A neighbor of mine, James, used to drink 3 mugs of coffee before leaving the house. He didn't eat until lunchtime. Over time, his stomach lining got irritated, and he developed acid reflux so bad it kept him awake at night. Once he cut back and added a light breakfast, things changed. So enjoy your coffee, but respect it, and balance it with water or herbal tea. This brings us to the next dangerous habit, skipping breakfast. When we were younger, skipping breakfast might not have felt like a big deal. But after 60, your body needs consistent fuel to maintain stable blood sugar, protect muscle mass, and keep your brain sharp. Skipping breakfast can leave you weak, dizzy, or irritable. It can also contribute to overeating later in the day, which strains digestion and blood sugar levels. Think of your body like a smartphone. You wouldn't expect your phone to run all day if you didn't charge it in the morning, right? Your body needs that recharge too. Now, I'm not talking about a heavy, greasy breakfast, no bacon and 3 donuts. I mean something light but nourishing. Oatmeal with fruit, whole grain toast with avocado, or a boiled egg with some berries. Quick, simple, and powerful. Breakfast isn't about tradition. It's about giving your body what it needs to perform. Here's one that many people overlook. Skipping morning movement. After 60, our muscles and joints stiffen more easily, especially overnight. Waking up and heading straight to the chair, or worse, staying in bed for hours, just adds to that stiffness. Over time, this reduces mobility and makes simple tasks harder. I remember my grandmother. She used to say, "Rust gathers on the iron that doesn't move." And she was right. The same applies to our bodies. You don't have to run a marathon at sunrise, but a few minutes of gentle stretching, a short walk around the house, or even some chair yoga can make a huge difference. It wakes up your joints, gets blood flowing, and clears mental fog. So make movement as natural as brushing your teeth. Your body will thank you for it. Now let's talk about a modern habit, grabbing the phone the second you wake up. It seems harmless, right? A quick check of emails, messages, or the news. But here's the problem. When you start your day with a flood of notifications, stressful headlines, or social media, your brain immediately goes into stress mode. Cortisol spikes, your heart rate rises, and instead of a calm, mindful start, you're pulled into anxiety before your feet hit the floor. I had a friend, David, who made this change. He used to check his phone in bed, and every morning he started off frustrated. Bad news, bills, politics. One day, he decided to delay his phone check until after breakfast and a short walk. Within a week, his mood improved noticeably. So here's my advice. Don't let your phone dictate your morning. Take 30 minutes just for yourself. Breathe, stretch, eat, hydrate, then check the world. So there you have it. 7 morning habits that could harm your health after 60. 1. Jumping out of bed too quickly. 2. Skipping morning hydration. 3. Overloading on coffee. 4. Skipping breakfast. 5. Skipping morning movement. 6. Checking your phone immediately. 7. Ignoring morning medication or health checks. The beautiful thing is, you don't need to change your entire life overnight. Start with 1 or 2 small changes. Drink that glass of water, stretch before leaving the bed, delay the phone for 30 minutes. Over time, these simple shifts add years of vitality and joy to your life. So let me ask you, which of these habits will you change first? Let me know in the comments, because your story might inspire someone else. Thanks for watching, and until next time.